I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is
the Family Showdown! That is one dramatically lazy bear.
I was trying to make it like the dramatic Disney musics with the animals and stuff.
I like it. Oh my gosh. Welcome, peeps, to a live, late in the week, top 10 of randomness. This week's randomness, though, about being lazy.
So lazy we're doing this top 10 late.
Yeah, we're just like, Tuesday, Thursday, we'll get to it. So when you made your list, what were you thinking of when you said games to play when lazy? What were you thinking? Like, how did you build your list?
So here's the scoop, folks. 99% of the games I play in, I learn the rules, I teach the rules, and then I get to play the game. So I went with games where I don't have to do the learning rules.
Nice.
And
okay.
the teaching the rules and I can just play the game. It's games that kind of like I don't want to learn rules or I don't want to have to be able to do some big teach and pull it off and we can set it up and we can be playing in a few minutes. That's the kind of games that were my thought process.
Okay. Very cool. So when I did mine were games that I already knew the rules to really well. And I could teach it in just a couple minutes if I had to teach it. And could just kind of, and then I kind of ranked them by my enjoyment of playing them randomly. You know, like you said, you're feeling lazy and you're like, hey, let's just play this. Okay,
Okay.
So for me, like, it's a combination of least amount of work, like I know the game the most, and then I really love playing it and stuff. So it's kind of a weird combo, but
Yeah,
it's similar to yours.
As soon as I thought of this list, a couple of games popped into my head, and those were the top part of my list, and then I kind of went from there.
Gotcha.
All right.
Neutral says Candyland. Oh god, that game. You have to enjoy playing the game though. I got Candylanded out in Nessa's toddlerhood. Ooh, that game.
That is what's funny.
That game.
Candyland is the first board game I have a memory of playing.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the first board. I mean, just thinking my childhood. I'm one of those people that don't remember too much until I'm about 5-6 years old.
Oh, really?
But I do remember playing Candyland and Perfection.
I remember a lot, but we had Candyland bingo. We didn't have Candyland. And I'm just kind of grateful now of seeing how obnoxious that game is. Oh, man. All right.
Someone mentioned before we get started.
Hi-Ho Cheerio. Oh, played that one a lot.
mentioned Telestrations, and I wiped off the list any high energy games.
Really? Oh, you were like sluggish, lazy.
Because I'm lazy. I don't want to be high energy, so I took out party games and interactive games. And
okay,
I went like, I'm dragging. It's the end of the day.
Oh,
I don't want to teach rules. I don't want to.
Oh man, if I'd done that, it would have been solitaire, a different type of solitaire. Yeah, no, I did not do that.
All right.
Although a lot of them are a lower key, probably.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let's jump in and see what we got.
It's interesting.
Number 10.
Keep forgetting I have to bring the camera back because it doesn't do auto transition. We didn't do our bim bam bum.
You did not. How are we going to know who goes first? I was about to ask you. I'm so confused, man. Our routine has been shattered. Okay, it's time for the bim bam bum. Who's going to win today?
All right. So,
out of our deck of randomness.
all right.
Here, that's good. Let's shuffle it. There you go. Shuffle.
You got to cut it. You just cut. All you have to do is cut.
I cut it.
No, you
I chopped it.
You put everything back exactly how you cut it. Okay. What is this, man? You would never make it.
I wasn't trying to make that my career. Thank you very much. No, I didn't get to see it. Well,
we've done that one before.
Oh, okay.
Let's do one
Okay. I was like, what?
That's subjective. I don't even know what that means.
That's the logo that was on the...
We both own all the board games. Man, this is not working. Who loves football more?
You do.
I'll go first.
Boo.
I'll go first. All right, so my number 10. My number 10 is a one of the few high player count games on this list because
a lazy game that's high player count for you?
Well, it doesn't have to be high player count. It actually
Okay.
plays a lot of players.
Oh, okay.
That is a Soro.
Oh, okay.
So Soro.
That's fair.
This one is you can start. I can set this up and teach it in
30 seconds.
About a minute. This was for a while. This was our go-to game day. We don't know what to play.
Like filler game.
Yep. Pull it off the shelf and throw it down.
It's great.
And it plays. I probably want to at least have 3 or 4 people to play it, but I don't think we've ever played it 2-player.
Oh, I've played it many times 2-player.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. With the kiddos.
So it's a tile placement game. Basically, you start with you have little dragons, I guess, on that are little
dragons,
little stone-looking
little dragons carved onto a stone.
Anyway, so you're along the edge of a board. You're pulling out tiles, and tiles have little tracks on them. And when you play a tile, you move your little piece along the track, and eventually you get this massive board, and eventually you'll move like all over the board. If you end up running into someone, you both get eliminated. If you go off the board, you get eliminated, and last person standing wins. You have, I think, 3 tiles to pick from. You play one, and you draw a new one. I mean, it's super simple. So I just taught you the game.
There you go. Now you can play it, guys.
All right.
Cool. I like that pick. My number 10 is Tumbling Dice.
Tumbling Dice.
This is like, this is probably, well, not anymore as much, but for a long time, this was my most played game because the children, and Nessa in particular when she was little, this was like the first game she played because she would just sit and roll dice, and later on she started to figure out, oh, there's a real game here, and became like Tumbling Dice Shark and stuff. And so I played so many games of this, but the real game's easy. The board's all set up. At least we keep ours pretty much set up. You just pull it out. And you roll dice down it, and you multiply it depending on where it lands. And there's your score. There you go. You know how to play the game now. Do a couple rounds of that. And, I mean, you can trick it up and add different shaped dice. More. You can pretty much do whatever you want with this game. You can do all 6-sideds or do some with the 20-sideds and the 8-sideds or whatever. I mean, you can go crazy. 100-sided would be really tough, though. I don't think it'd stop. That'd be really hardcore. I want to see somebody do well with 100 sided.
I think you have to give it some backspin.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Just have to do some, trick it up a little bit. But yeah, it's just, talk about lazy. I mean, that one's probably least physical effort on my...
Well, setting up the board can be...
If it's not sitting right, yeah. Sometimes the pegs to fit them in can be tedious, but... Meh.
Number 9.
Oh, I can bring the camera back. All right. My number 9 is I don't know if it'll be on your list. I don't know how much crossover we're going to have.
Yeah, this is interesting.
But I think
I'm
because I
intrigued.
think you're going about it like slightly different than mine. But this one should be on your list. It's probably not on your list, but it should be on your list.
Okay.
And that is Love Letter Hobbit.
I'll put that as a nice little star. Spoiler. I'll put it as my 11, okay?
Love Letter Hobbit.
Hobbit.
This is one of her throwdown easy to play games.
It has been.
It's, yeah.
Sitting right there.
So it's just, I think it's like, I don't know how many cards it is. 15, 16 cards?
It's not
You
many.
shuffle them up. You deal out a card to everybody. You draw a card, play a card. Draw a card, play a card. Then you're just trying to eliminate everyone else from the game or be the last man standing if you go through the entire deck of cards. Which, like I said, is like 15 cards or 16 cards. The cards have different powers. Like, you guess what they have in their hand, they get eliminated. Or if your card's higher than the person that you attack, then the higher card wins or the low card wins. It just depends on what it is. In the Love Letters, Arkenstone. If you have that at the end, you win the game. And
they're all little Arkenstones. You have to have 7 of them. You have to have the max.
No. There's a card that says.
You're talking about the Arkenstone card. Oh, yeah, totally. And
so it's just
I love that.
And there's many variations. There's the original Love Letter. There's a Batman Love Letter, which seems to be people's favorite.
To be most popular one.
But we like the Hobbit one.
The Arkenstones are so cute. They're these little gems. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
So this one's it's very similar to the original Love Letter. It's like I said, they add an extra card, the Arkenstone, but pretty much it's the same.
It's really just a great excuse to do random like Hobbit quotes and Lord of the Rings quotes and stuff, and smack talk is what this game is. It's fantastic.
It's just a game of bluffing and deduction and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fun,
Good.
yeah. And you play a certain numbers. I think for 2 players, first 1 to 7 wins
Yeah.
7 or something like
Yeah.
that. But it's depending on the number of players. There's a set number of gems. So like in 3 players, maybe you want to go to 5 or whatever.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a great little game, and you're right. That is an easy one to play because it's just a little sack with cards and gems in it in this case.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, so my number 9, close to the. It's kind of a heavier game, but I know it so well because I've played it so many times now, and it's such a chill game that I feel kind of lazy in the sense that I don't care. I'm not really competing against anyone. I feel like I'm just playing this to play it and chill. It's almost video game-esque, like chill, where you're just kind of playing your little cookie game or something, and that's Creature Comforts of all things.
Oh, this would not be on my lazy list.
Well, I know because like you said, but I'm assuming, of course, like Nessa wants to play that or something.
Right.
She knows how to play it.
Right.
I know how to play it. There's no me relearning the rules. It's just a matter of setting it up and going, and it's so chill because you're just making this cute little place for your little animal for the winter and trying to be the coolest little hidey hole hibernation place, and it's adorable, and you're just going around looking for sets and resource management, and it's cozy. It's got that like cool fall winter kind of vibe to it, because you're trying to build up for the winter, so everything's all cozy and like making soup and sweaters and all this kind of fun stuff. And I don't know, I love it. I'll play it in the middle of July in Florida, and I still get that same vibe.
That's good. That's a good one. And it's interesting because I'm doing it from the teacher setup perspective, and you're doing it more from the playing perspective.
Yeah, I am. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. I know that's a heavier game for something like this, but just, I don't know why. I just get the nice, cozy, lazy vibe from this one, and I love the pacing of it, and I don't know, just not in a hurry to play it.
Number 8.
My number 8 is a deck of cards and a single die. That's the entire game, and that is Push.
It's true though.
That's
a
Push.
good
You
one.
just shuffle up the deck,
Yeah.
and you start flipping over cards.
Mhm.
It's a pressure luck game. Push, pressure luck. I would say pressure luck. I guess push luck works too. Anyway, so
you should just call it press for you,
So
because you do love to
So you
press.
flip over cards, and basically there's rules on how you play the cards out. You can only you can have 3 columns of cards, and you can't have duplicate numbers or colors or something in each column or something like that. So you're basically playing out the cards, and if you ever get a situation where you have a card and there's nowhere to put it, you bust, and you have to roll the die, and you can lose some of your cards.
Yep.
So, but if you don't, you say I stop before you bust, then you get first choice of the stacks, and then it goes around the table, and everyone around the table gets a choice of stacks as well. It's got some cards that make you roll that die to bad things happen. It's just you're trying to build the best column for you and the worst column for everyone else, and that's the whole game. It's super simple. You basically, when you take your cards, you separate them by color, and then if you ever have to roll the die when you bust, whatever color you roll, you have to get rid of that color of cards out of your tableau.
It is harsh.
But you can take a turn. You can bank all your cards, or no one. Is it one column of cards?
One color.
One color of cards you can bank, but you pass your turn, you don't get anything. So you never bank. That's crazy talk. You don't ever bank.
Somebody never banks. I bank.
You never bank. That's a waste of time.
All I can think of when I think bank is what is that, the Biggest Loser or whatever? Yeah, not Biggest Loser. What's it called? Weakest Link.
Weakest Link.
Weakest Link.
Bank.
It's always going bank, and I always think that when it's my turn. Bank.
But yeah, this one's a mass market game. You can pick this up at Target, Walmart, places like that.
Somebody was talking about the Coralie was about you get the Uno vibe, but they did design it to look kind of Uno-esque.
Yeah,
and I think they're trying to get to that crowd. It's
kind of looks
here's
like an Uno variant.
Simple card game.
Right. But it's just as easy as
Uno it is
play.
just as easy to teach.
Super easy. It's fun. It's a fun when it plays a good number of players.
Mm-hmm.
And,
we've always had a good time with that one.
It's a little, comes in a little plastic case.
Yeah,
what we got, it comes in a plastic case, and half, like the cards are almost the whole case, and then there's a little spot for the die to go in.
I was just thinking a lot of your games are very like pack and a quiver kind of game too.
Yeah,
you're all about the convenience.
Well, it's just like most of mine are shuffle up cards and play.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the kind of games that I've picked.
It's funny because I have a mix of those, but some of these are not. Like my number 8 is not. It's another one kind of like Creature Comforts where people might be like, but it's one that I, for one, have played a lot of times with you, with family, with random people, and it's Wingspan. That's another one that has a decent.
Man, you're in a different wavelength.
I know
than me.
it has a lot of setup, but I know the game inside and out, so all I have to do is shuffle it up, which I love because we have all the,
You're so spoiled because you walk in and the game's set up and ready to go. you're coming from the spoiled angle.
No, I'm saying if I had to set it up myself, though,
right.
it wouldn't be that bad because I know how to play the game really, really well. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of set up the game. You got to pull out the bird feeder. You got to pull out the dice. You have to shuffle the cards. You have to set up.
But it's nothing where I like have to shuffle them a certain way and then put in round 3, like hide stuff.
Right.
You know, there's none of that. You're just shuffling the cards because it's all birds. So you shuffle them and put them there, and you put the research. I'm okay with that. If it's just sorting a few things and getting that no problem. And Wingspan's that.
Probably my lazy floor is lower than your lazy floor.
Well, yeah, because again, like you said, I've been kind of spoiled, so I don't mind doing a little bit of work. You usually are doing a lot of the reading and setup, so you're probably like, I'm done, people. I'm out. Nothing. Yeah. I don't want to do a thing. And I'm like, I can do a little bit. So it's just got its own little player mat, and you're laying out your birds in the different habitats. And it's got a nice little, just nice routine pattern to how the turns roll. I don't know. It's another one that it gives me a nice Creature Comforts chill vibe because we like to get the app out. The Wing Song. Yeah. I want to say Wind Song, but that's a neighborhood near us. The Wing Song is such a cool app because every time you hover it over almost all of the cards, they have the actual bird sounds that the cards make. Well, the bird. So it's fun every time we play a new card. We're like playing the birds and stuff. And if somebody's taking too long on the turn, my birds start squawking again. It's just, I just love that. You can sit there and you just kind of feel like you're out camping or something and hear random birds. I love it. I think it's a really chill game. So yeah, I know probably not other people's lazy chick, but pick. I say lazy pick English. It's been a day. Okay,
hey, you know what?
Chicken butt.
Number 7.
All right, my number 7. Let's look. What we got? Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
This one's easy.
I hope so. It's on your list.
Here we go.
Okay.
Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, I didn't even think about this game.
Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that the Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit?
No, that's the one we have. That I would say Lord of the Rings. It's basically the only one we really play anymore. But that's the one we had a picture in our files, so that's the one I grabbed. I didn't want to download a different picture. But anyway, Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit or any Trivial Pursuit, it's so easy to me. It's just like you just throw your board down, put your pieces, and roll some dice and ask questions. And for whatever reason, trivia doesn't like stress me out.
No, me neither.
It's like I can be. In fact,
I know it or I don't. Right.
In fact, Trivial Pursuit, I've actually just sit around and you pull out the cards and just ask questions. Ask the questions to each other, and not even play the game. Right.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. Yeah, that's a chill
thing.
Lord
of the Rings one's fun because it really goes really in depth with it's based on the movies more so than the books. But yeah it's interesting. I mean, there's little tidbits that we learn that we didn't necessarily know.
Speak for yourself.
There's some things that we didn't know.
Not much.
True. It's a quick game. That's why it's so lazy.
It's a quick game. That's right.
Yeah, it's just very, for me, Trivial Pursuit is really casual. The only stressful thing is the roll again nonsense.
It's just a matter of whose luck runs out or decides to kick into gear. It's hilarious. No, and I don't know. I'm with you. I don't care if I know the answers or not. It's just kind of fun because you're like, didn't know that. That's cool. Right. Next.
Right.
It's just, we get competitive with each other, but I would never get like crazy competitive with anybody else playing that unless we all just agreed to do that for funsies. You know what I mean? Like it's not I don't do that to go flex on anybody or not because God.
Oh, you
I don't
do.
think. Well,
In fact,
I'll flex on you.
In fact,
that's different.
In Facebook, they have those memories that pop up from like 10 years ago or whatever. There was a memory that popped up like just a few days ago. That said, I destroyed Hunter in Trivial Pursuit.
I said I'd flex on you. I didn't say I'd flex on anyone else. You, yes. Oh man, if I beat you, I
All right,
pretty
what's
good
your number
day.
7?
That's pretty good. Oh, changing the subject. I
Yep.
see how it is. Okay. My number 7, I don't know. I don't think you're going to agree with me on this one anymore. It's Splendor.
This is one. It would be on my list, other than the fact that I'm completely and totally 100% forever burned out on Splendor.
I was going to say, it is a really chill game, but this may change on me in the future too, because looking at it now as a chill game may have changed after playing with you a few times, because now I'm starting to see some streamlined stuff, and I'm like, should I do that? I could really destroy people now.
Yeah,
like, no.
It's unfortunate. There's a whole different way to play Splendor.
Well, when you go from just playing it chill to playing it competitively, it's a completely different thing,
Right.
because all of a sudden you do actually care about winning. If I make a focus and say I don't care about winning and just play it for funsies and whatever, I first glance at it, I'm like, that looks good. Yeah, it's great. We know how to play it. The setup is minimal. It's a nice little box. It's got stacks of the chips. You just stick them out, lay out the tableau, and you're done. I mean, you're ready to go. It's not difficult. But yeah, if you've played it competitively, it's going to be hard probably to step back. I don't know if you'd
but I've played it so many times that playing the competitive is chill for me, because that's the way I play now.
That's true. So I don't know if I want to play you casually.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. I'm putting my Splendor hat up on the mantle. And
just calling
it good after 300 plays or whatever of Splendor.
But yeah, it's nice and chill. You're just going and collecting your cards, building your little engine, doing your thing. Oh,
plus it has that whose turn is it factor.
You know what? You always have to bring that up. I haven't played like that in a while because, well, mostly I was having to fight you.
Exactly.
You don't talk. You're like, let's talk more game. No.
Number 6.
Crazy.
Number 6. Let's see what number
Crazy.
6 is. I bet it'll be exciting.
What's your number 6?
My number 6, Timeline. Plain old bare bones Timeline.
That is a really chill, easy to play game.
Just plain old Timeline. Not Timeline Challenge.
Yep.
Not anything fancy. Just Timeline.
Right.
You just shuffle up some cards, deal out people some cards, and you build a timeline.
Yep.
Super simple, super chill. We've done mega timeline several times. So like, I think you get like 7 cards. We've done like 20 cards.
Yeah,
and
we've
then
done
it gets
stupid
crazy.
games.
You're like trying to fit it between 3 years. It's like, oh gosh.
It's so dumb. I don't know why we do stuff like that.
Mega timeline. But yeah, this one's just super chill. I mean, it's basically trivia. It's very similar to my last pick. It's date trivia, basically.
I like this too. In the card line, it's basically the same thing, but it's with animals and dinosaurs. I love the card line ones.
Oh yeah,
two,
that one you can
as well as I mean, they're the same basically, because these are all dates of historical things. In the card line, for those are like the dinosaurs, and you do like their length or weight or
what period they lived in.
That's right. They did the age, the time period. So it's really cool. I agree with you on that one. That one would be really easy because you're like, look, all you got to do, here's the beginning, here's the most recent time, go. You know, it's fun.
Right.
It's really good.
So
Good
Splendor
times.
Duel, yeah, I probably want to try that at some point.
At some point, yes. Yes.
All right, what's your number? What number? 6?
Oh, 6. Actually, you ready for this? We have a crossover.
Really?
We do have a crossover. It's
Zorro.
So Zorro, same thing. Like you said, it's such a chill game. You're like, can you follow a line? You can play this game. Because all you have to do is your little what?
What if they can't follow a line?
Well, then they're not going to want to play this game anyway. So yeah, it's such a chill game. I mean, it takes 30 seconds to teach to anybody, and you shuffle up the tiles, hand stuff out, let everyone pick their little color, and you go. I mean, you can't get much easier than that. And this one, it's kind of funny in a way to me that you put this on your lazy game, because I'm like, it can get a little rowdy sometimes. Maybe it's just our group. We smack talk a lot when we're playing this game. Because, yeah, but it could be also an incredibly chill game. And this one is just, again, it's Zorro. It's fun. I like it. It's a lot of fun. And it's another one that's, I think, scales nicely between different player groups. Right. Because, like you said, we do talk smack a lot. I know everyone's shocked by this. We're so shy and quiet. But, then there's the other groups that do just want to play it casually and see who can last the longest or whatever. And that's fine. And it works. And it's fun every single variant. Let's
Meh.
go. Oh, meh. Clearly, it's on your list. I don't even want to hear this.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Let's see what number 5 is. It's gonna be exciting. It is Jaipur.
Selling stuff.
So yeah, this one we haven't played this one in a while, but this is one that even now I probably could glance at the rules and have this going in 30 seconds probably. We played this one a ton back in the day. We just moved on to heavier stuff, but this one's a good one. It's a great 2-player, easy, quick to play, easy to teach, easy to set up. Yeah, I mean, I could pull it off the shelf right now, and we could be playing in less than a minute, probably.
Preach.
It's just a good one.
Yeah, we know that
2-player.
one inside and out. So you're right. All we'd have to do is set it down. We don't even have to talk. We can just start playing that game.
Which is funny because we kind of, not funny, but it's interesting. We've kind of gotten away from playing those light little 2-player games. We hardly play those anymore.
Because you're like, light games. I don't know.
No, we just never think to go to them. We're always thinking, oh, we need to play the new stuff, or we need to play our top 100 stuff.
I'm happy with replaying games. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
I'm just messing with you.
Maybe
But yeah, it
it's
happens sometimes.
just
It happens. We'll get back. I
me.
bet we'll start shifting back to them again.
So Jaipur is a card drafting set collection.
Mhm.
Super easy game for 2 players.
I'm just loving the chat, by the way. You guys have been mentioning really cool games and stuff too, or interesting stories about stuff like Hoskell says, Tsuru's wonderfly chill until you force your 75-year-old aunt off the board, and then she realizes it's that kind of game and then destroys at it. Yes. I already like your aunt.
What's your number 5?
My number 5, you're going to laugh, is Coconuts.
I thought about this one, but this one isn't chill to me. This one is like high energy game.
It's kind of high energy, but I don't have to really put any effort into it, if that makes any sense, because you set up the cups and you're just launching coconuts into cups and yelling at people. I mean,
Yeah, this one meets my criteria of easy to teach, easy to set up, but does not meet my criteria of chill. Because this is a lot of yelling, screaming, and
I act like I'm really competitive in this
Threats.
one, but I don't care.
you're very competitive in this one.
Only if somebody's really talking smack, like Hunter.
No, it's
The rest
usually,
of the time it's
usually
like-
Nessa's knocking the smack.
That's true. I feel like I can knock that kid down a page or two every once in a while.
It's
But,
a good one, but it
it's,
doesn't mean it doesn't check all my boxes. It doesn't check the.
No, it's fair. That's fair. But this one, again, know it really well. I know how it's going to go down. It's crazy competitive and stuff, but I don't have to put any effort into it, if that makes any sense. The setup's almost nothing again. Heck, you make the kids do that part. Now you don't have to do anything. You're just like, launch. Go fetch the coconuts, kids. I mean, honestly, this is a really lazy game for the parents, if you think about it.
Not chill. not lazy.
No. This was
this-
games to play when lazy. This is a great game to play when you're lazy. Make the children do all of it. It's a great lazy game.
No,
It says nothing about chill in the title.
You know what I gotta say
Just
about that?
lazy.
You know what I gotta say about that? You know what I gotta say about that?
What do you say about that?
Number 4.
So you say, meow, meow.
I say number 4.
Number 4.
My number 4 is King Domino.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The base.
The base.
Regular,
Yep, straight
bare
up, the old-
bones King
The
Domino.
OG.
The OG King Domino. Yeah, this one, shuffle up some tiles and start drafting.
Yep, it's fair.
Super easy. Probably the most non-lazy part of it is the scoring at the end. Other than that, it's pretty lazy. Just draft a tile, put it on your board.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That one, I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like I don't know. Sometimes that one stresses me out because I want to make my tiles match just perfectly when we're doing the more complicated boards. I don't know why. This one does not make me feel lazy. I don't
It
know
does
why.
for me. This is like, that looks good.
Yeah.
I'll put it here.
I don't
That looks
know.
good. I'll put it here.
I get all edgy about making sure they all line up and do cool things.
We've discussed this many times, but as the game gets lighter, the amount of effort I put into playing it gets lower.
It's true.
So
It's true. That's
I usually get annihilated at the light games because I'm like, oh, that tile looks good. Oh wow, I don't know where to put this tile.
That's really
Oh, I'll
true.
put it there.
It's true. It's true. Meanwhile, for whatever reason in the light games, I'm like, And the heavy games, I'm like, man, that looks
So
good.
lighter games, I just like.
Probably should switch that too, but
That's why all mine are everything on my list is gonna be super light because that's the ones when I'm lazy. I'm like,
I was just thinking if we made a
that has
scale.
lots of mountains. Let's do that. Oh, I have nowhere to put this.
If
I
we
guess
made a
I'll discard
scale
it.
of those light games versus our stress levels, you and I would make just an X.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
yeah. As the game gets lighter,
It's-
the amount of effort I put into the game gets lower. And so with the heavy games, I'm like just destroying my brain trying to do as well as I
Right?
can at them. And
It's just so funny. And I'm sure, y'all have your type or whatever that perfect point is where you're like, I'm going to stress out about this game or I'm going to like go for it or you're right. The light games, you just are like, nope, damn, whatever.
whatever, sounds good.
My number 4 is definitely you're going to think of as work. I just know because it's got some setup and that's Space Base.
Oof.
And for some reason, I know you're.
No.
I don't mind setting out the
No.
cards. That does not faze me. Doesn't bother me. I find that to be really chill because I'm like, oh yeah, here's same thing with like Splendor, setting up the card tableau. I find that really chill. I don't know why. I don't mind setting those up, so I don't think of it as work.
It's a lot of fiddliness.
It is, but it doesn't bother me. I enjoy that. Like it's chill for me, and I know the game thoroughly, so I'm just like, oh, cool, and I'm gonna do this now.
Oh, I agree.
This is not everybody's. I know this is not going to be most people's number 4, but I find that really just.
I agree.
Super chill for
once
me.
you start playing, once everything's set up, everything's organized,
Yeah.
and you start playing, it is super chill.
But again, for whatever reason, I find it really chill just setting up the cards. Because, I mean, they're all like, you're shuffling them and laying them out, or they're numerical. There's no sneaky weird things. There's no extra thought processes to it. It's like filing, if that makes any sense. And
That's not chill or lazy. Filing does not sound chill or lazy to me.
I guess maybe it's my job has gotten to me because it sounds really chill right now, okay? And I don't have a problem with it. I like that. If it sounds relaxing, it's chill. I can do that. I don't have to think about it. And then I'm ready to play. Like I said, playing the game is pretty chill and fun because you're just watching what other people roll and you're like, cool, I get stuff. And then if I roll and I'm getting cool stuff and build your little engine. And this is another one that, I mean, if you get some good opportunities and stuff, yeah, you can start getting crazy with it. You could probably think about this competitively and sit there and AP on
This
it.
game is not chill for me.
I don't AP this one at all. And yeah, I know you don't. You really try to go for it every time. Yeah, Hunter's doing that one crazy, really, really hard to get tile.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you win if you accomplish it. He's accomplished it. He's done that win because
I've
it's
gotten
like
close
crazy.
too. I was one turn away another time.
Yes,
Completing it.
yes, you were. But I don't know. I don't want to mess with that. I'm like, whatever, it's cool. The setup on the table is quite a bit, Corlu. It's easy though because you have your 3 rows of stuff you
Similar
can
to
buy.
Splendor.
Similar to Splendor, there's different tiers. They're a little more expensive as you go up. And then you've got the big victory point row at the top, but it's just in numerical order by how many.
And then you have to set up
How much money it all costs.
all your little tiles on your
Yeah, but
board.
again, they're numerical. So it's 1 through 12. I mean, there's nothing that requires any thought other than learning to count to 12. So, I mean, I don't find that particularly taxing, I guess. I don't know.
All right, 12 is rough.
Well, I'm used to people, if I try to count out loud, that'd be going 47, 52, 33, ha 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 ha. So, I mean, just counting 12 quietly, kind of chill. Just saying.
All right. I will half agree with your
Okay, that's good enough. I'll take it.
50% agreement.
I'll take it.
Number 3.
Number 3. Let's see what it is. That's a good one if it's number 3.
You don't even know.
For sale.
Oh, that is a good one. That's a good one.
For sale. A lot of people put no thanks on the
that's
list,
another.
which is in the same kind of vein.
Oh, totally.
I put them in the same kind of category. I just like for sale better. I enjoy that one more. No
It is
thanks
fun.
is easier, but I don't know how chill it is because it stresses me out. But
No thanks.
yeah. For sale, super easy. You shuffle up cards. You're bidding on money card or houses, and then once you have your houses, you're selling your houses. It's one half of the game and the other half of the game. So
Nice.
collecting houses, selling houses. It's super easy. It's quick to play, easy to teach. It's just a deck of cards and some money tokens.
I mean, yeah, another one that you could throw into a quiver or something like. Again,
Right.
you're really good at finding those games for that. This is such an easy one too. It's just the 2 phases of the game,
Right.
to the game, and it can get pretty rowdy though. At least with our crew. I don't know. You don't see the
numbers
you
like
you're
that doesn't
bother you.
doesn't bother me. I deal with numbers all day long, so dealing with numbers doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but I mean, just everybody bickering over the bids and stuff, and you're like, you don't care. You don't care. That's funny.
All right, what's your number 3?
My number 3, I think you will agree with, and that's Star Realms. This is the great my little game. I have my little card box full of Star Realms cards, and you just hand your deck to somebody, shuffle them up, and off you go. It's greatness. You draw out 5 cards, do your thing, buy your stuff, attack, whatever, retreat, start over. That's it. That's the game. I mean, I love it. It's all spaceships, and they have and you can get elaborate. Some of the expansions have events and leaders and all sorts of different stuff going on with those. You don't even have to mess with that. You could just play base. I almost said space base Star Realms, but they have some of them have factions, so they have like an extra thing. If you have 2 of the same type of ship out, like they'll do something extra cool. They're not super complicated. You just read the cards to learn what they're doing. If you've played any, I don't know, CCGs or anything like that, or card games that have a little bit of text to them before, Star Realms is so easy to pick up, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, we have quite a bit of the expansions and stuff. I don't think I have everything.
Yeah, we don't have everything. There's some stuff that came with the big box we don't have.
Yeah, and
a few other things we got.
I'm happy with what I have. It's a lot.
We didn't get the cooperative one. I think there's one where you fight against somebody.
I don't want to cooperate. This is Star Realms. You want to throw down and attack each other.
Yeah. And
it's a variable game, too, to where if you want to play a long game, you can give each other more hit points. I mean, it's that easy. Or if you want to play a quick game, then you cut back on some of the hit points you have, because it's basically whoever knocks their hit points down to the other person's hit points down to 0 is the one that wins. That's really cool. Very easy.
Yeah, I knew this one would be on your list.
Love me some Star Realms.
I knew it'd be on your list.
Did you? You called it, eh?
Yep.
Number 2.
Number 2. There's 2 games that immediately came to mind.
Cheater.
No.
Oh, you only have one on this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 games that immediately came to mind when I thought about this list. This is the first one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is what the number 2 is. We're in a group, and I need to grab a game and teach it quick.
Okay. Okay.
And the number 1 is what we do when we want to grab a game and play it quick. So there you go. So my number 2 is Ink and Gold. So this one,
yes,
this is my invariable. We don't know what to play. We got like 5-6 people, or 4, 5, 6 people. Mm-hmm. That's the one I'm going to grab off the shelf and teach and play because it's so easy. It's a deck of cards and a big pile of gems and little tent things to put your gems in.
So much fun.
So it's a press your luck game. Everyone's going down into a crypt or whatever, and they're exploring, trying to gather treasure, and it gets more and more and more dangerous. Eventually, you start fleeing in terror out of the place, and if you don't leave quick enough, then the dungeon gets you, and you don't get any treasure. You do that 3 rounds, and is it 3 rounds or 5 rounds? 5 rounds. You do 5 rounds of that, and whoever has the most gems that they win wins. Yeah, I pretty much taught you how to play the game.
It's easy.
It's super easy.
And it's so fun. It's this is another one of those multi-generational games. Everybody loves to play it. Yeah. It's really fun. Everybody gets sucked into it. The little tents are cute, so everybody's like, "Ooh, what is this?" You see all these gems around on the table.
I think the new version has little boxes, little treasure chests.
Oh, cute. Okay.
The new version. We have like the old
busted up tents.
We don't have Diamant. We have Diamant's the same thing. Inking Gold's been reprinted recently in the last couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one we played. We played at the retreat with Paula, and who else did we play with? I don't remember.
Okay.
Remember we played Ink and Gold? You don't recall that?
I do remember. I just don't remember having boxes.
Yeah, it's a brand new, shiny new version of Ink and Gold by Yellow, I think, is the one that made it, I think. Anyway, Ink and Gold, it's a great pressure luck game.
I bet I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to look.
I would say bigger group, not huge group, but bigger group game. 5-6 people, so.
It's even fun with 3 or 4 just because people press their luck. So
I stay in until I have a mound of gems in front of me.
He either wins big or just loses, and he's the biggest last place.
My scoring in this game, this is my average. It's like 0, 0, 0, 67, 0, 0 for the 5 rounds. That's pretty much how I play.
Gosh.
If I ever make it
You make it big.
2 big rounds, if I
You're
get 2
winning.
big rounds, then the
You're
game's
winning.
over. But if 1 big round, and I'm kind of in the running for winning.
It's pretty amazing.
A lot of times, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and I get
Right.
nothing. I get bust completely, get nothing. All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2, I know that
It was mentioned.
Trogdor mentioned in particular because we shared a play of it, and that's Telestrations. This is another one, especially like you said, you need a big group and you want to entertain them. This is such an easy one to teach, and I love it. It takes a huge group of people, and it's a more the merrier game because you are drawing out whatever you get on your card, and then the next person guesses what that word is, and the next person gets that word and has to draw what they think it is. And it's the game of telephone, but with pictures, and you're hoping the heck it makes it around, but of course it never does. Almost never. Usually chaos ensues, and it is hilarious. I'm shocked we've never been kicked out of a place for playing this game because we'll be laughing so hard we're crying. It is just, it's wonderful. My students love it. Family loves it. We played it with friends, and y'all have loved it. I mean, it's a blast.
So
It's good times.
this does not check all my boxes.
No, I know, because this is high energy
It's
again. This
crazy
is,
high energy. If I'm lazy and tired and not feeling...
I don't know about that, because I don't know. When I'm feeling lazy, I don't want to have a whole complicated game setup, and this is so simple. And
I
it's
agree.
just simple, good, happy laugh, fun, you know. Yeah, someone busts a stitch by laughing. It's true. Oxcull, you're right. Maybe it's a little too physically demanding on the sides,
Yeah,
right?
This is a great choice. It's a good one. I mean, this one requires, again, takes no time to set up and almost no time to teach. As long as you don't worry about the scoring, which I don't know anyone that keeps scoring this game. Yeah, no, this is a good one. But yeah, I went to like I said, I gave myself criteria,
Right?
and one of them is low energy game. And
Yeah, this would not qualify for
No.
you.
I
Definitely
mean, you
not.
can play low energy, but you're kind of
That would
defeating
be-
the purpose,
That
right?
would kind of kill the game somewhat, I
Yeah.
think. I don't want to kill
Here's
the
my
energy
next
levels.
picture. Here's
I mean,
the word.
I've had some students that started out kind of like that,
Yeah.
but it always then gets pushed to somebody else who's like, oh, I know what this is, and it just messes with, I mean, it
That's
usually
funny.
brings the energy level back up. Let me put it that way.
Nice.
It's pretty funny.
All right.
So,
Let's move on to the finale. Number 1.
Number 1.
So,
okay, so the other one, so,
don't look, cheater. I see you looking over here.
dude, I can't read your tiny little chicken scratches from here.
It's our throwdown game where we don't want, we know the rules. It's easy, super easy to play.
Biblios.
You are correct.
Whoa!
Biblios. This is the
Biblios.
first game I thought of.
That's fair.
For years, this was
That's fair.
our go-to. We don't want to learn a new game.
Yes.
This one's some dice, which are not even rolled. They're used
as a scorekeeper.
as counters.
Yeah.
and
Lame.
and a deck of cards. And literally, you shuffle up the deck of cards and you start drafting cards.
Yep.
You go through the entire deck and then use what you drafted to buy the cards that were put aside during the drafting phase. And then you do set collection. Whoever has
Right.
the most of each color gets
And
the value that the die is for those colors.
And we've played it
Super
so
easy.
much, we mix it up now because instead of you're supposed to start with all the counters at 3 on the dice, and we're like, we roll the dice. And so some automatically end up just stinking it up,
Well,
right?
we
And
don't
then-
do 1s and 6s, but yeah, we roll it in 2
I'm
to
getting to the
5.
point where we can do that too. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Just to make it exciting.
That's
because
true.
you've got little cards in the game that let you raise or lower the dice values. And so it becomes all out war because if you get some of those cards you really like and somebody's already tweaked those dice, you're like, I'm fixing this. It's just, it's fun. But it's such a chill game. You're right. We could practically play it in our sleep anymore
Oh, yeah,
because we've
it's
played
just-
it so many times.
Yeah.
So many
The only
times.
thing I have to look up is what to take out based on player count. So you have to if you play the full player count, you use the entire deck. If you play with less, you have to take some cards out. That's all I have to look up is what cards to take out. And in fact, we have it set up right now for 2 players. I have the cards separated so I can just pull out the unseparated cards and we can start playing.
There you go.
Yeah, when we played this with Nathan, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and I had to. I like.
Oh yeah, you had to reset
I'm
the
like,
setup.
oh no, I have to actually organize the deck.
It's like this requires thinking.
Yeah.
What?
So,
That was fun. That was fun.
if it feels like work, you just like take a card and give another person a card and then discard.
See, the problem is, Corley, you probably care about your bids. That's where your problem lies. We played it so much now, we're like,
Yeah, we could do a game of Bivit. It's just us two, probably in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
probably
we
less than 15
throw it
minutes.
down pretty
Like,
fast now.
It is just like second phase, score done.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably could crank out 2 or 3 games.
This is our sit in line and wait
Yeah.
kind of game.
If we're waiting
you
in
know?
line. We can crank out a few games of this.
Yep.
They're done with the line. So
There you go. All right, my number 1 is considerably heavier than yours. But
I think your number 1, I saw it, is heavier than all my games combined.
which is not that heavy. I
It's
don't know.
heavier than all my games combined.
That's probably true. though,
It's
'cause you
probably
pick some-
longer than all.
Your games will float away if you don't grab a hold of them.
When I'm lazy,
But-
I'm lazy.
It's. I mean, you definitely did the right list then. But my number 1 is viticulture. Here's why.
Ugh.
Before you all go like, what? For me, this is such a chill game because it's one of my absolute favorite games. Has been my number 1 for years and years. And we've played it so much, we can just open the box and get the cards out and play it. And I'm talking like with the basic Tuscany stuff, I'm not talking about adding all the weird extra cheese farm or whatever. I don't even remember what all there is in there.
Cheese farm.
No, it's like a tree farm, and then there's
apples and there's cheese.
apples, cheese, and then there's like spaghetti sauce or some weirdness. I don't even
Sauce.
tomato sauce. Sorry, and then I think tomato sauce, and then I'm like, in New Zealand, that's ketchup. I'm getting so confused right now. Anyway, so yeah, you have your farm and you're growing your grapes and you get your stuff to help grow the grapes better, and then you harvest them and you fill out the wine orders, and it's a worker placement thing, and you have your little grande worker so that if Hunter's a button blocks your spot, you just go there anyway because you're like, haha, I have a grande worker. And it's just really chill. Now again, if you added the extra stuff and all the fluff, then yes, it would get heavier and you'd have to reread and be like, okay, how does this guy work again? Because there's a lot of specialty meeples in this game that do cool things like kind of time travel to other parts of the board at different seasons and weirdness. Okay, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about just basic, well, for us, it's viticulture with the Tuscany board. So there you go. Sorry. It's nice and lazy for me.
If I made a top 100.
Yeah, maybe chill game than a lazy game. I get that, Gardner.
If I did a top 100,
Yeah.
this game would not be on it. If I did a top 500, it may not be
Yeah,
on
because
it.
you were like, I'm going to destroy you. I'm
No,
going
it's
to
just
fill
a
in all
lot
the
of
wine
setup.
orders.
It's a lot of rules. It's a dark.
But I know all the rules. That's what I'm saying. It's lazy for me because I don't have to go in the rule book. I guess my thing is, it doesn't bother you to go look at a rule book. I hate going through and going, what's that rule again? I hate that.
Yeah, but
I hate that. And if I already know how this game goes, this is so lazy.
You're spoiled with setup, being set up for you because there's a lot of little
There
fiddly
is.
little rules in the setup. So the setup
Yeah, the
is
setup.
setup is rough.
I don't think so. But the 2-player, I don't know. We know it. We've played it so many times. Like, I don't
Sure.
think I'd have to. The setup doesn't bug me. Like, it's almost as chill for me as setting up like Space Base or something where you're just organizing cards because
Sure.
I know where everything
Sure.
goes in viticulture.
True.
It'd be different if I didn't know them.
True.
But since I know them, and it's one of my favorite games on top of that, it's just like a little lazy, like, do this and that. And, you say it's probably a chill game, but it's not necessarily chill because Hunter and I tend to get pretty competitive with the wine order filling at the end and sniping that. I almost always have to make sure to build my own little spot. I can't think of the name of it all of a sudden, where you can fill in your wine order independently. You have your own independent spot for that because you were so good at sniping that spot from me. Yes, Corley, chilled wine, exactly. But I don't know. For me, it's just, it feels like not work because I know it so well.
True.
And it's one of my faves.
True.
So there.
Hey, it's your list.
It is.
It's your party.
I'm not saying I recommend this to other people as a lazy game. This is just for me, making me feel lazy. I like it.
All right, that is our top 10 games to play when you're feeling lazy.
Woo woo.
So today was supposed to be Rebecca's top 100 is going. Rebecca's top 100 is going on. If you're not aware, go watch those. Those are awesome.
Woo woo. We're having fun.
The 30 to 21 was supposed to come out today. It didn't get out because I actually was busy today. Had a lot of things going on. So it's going to come out tomorrow afternoon. It's already scheduled, ready to roll tomorrow afternoon, 30 to 21. And sometime this weekend, to be determined, her 20 to 11 will come out as well.
What?
And then
Tuesday's the day.
Tuesday, the live top 10.
Let's go.
Rebecca's
Let's
top
go.
10 of all time.
Let's go.
Live.
See how many you know this year. Has Corley been taking notes? We will find out.
And then we'll do, I don't know what our schedule is going to be.
Christmas.
We may do the after party 1 week from tonight, I'm thinking. And then we may take a break Christmas week. And then the week after that will be our 2021 games. 2022. 2022 games of the year.
Wow.
So let me recap. So, Tuesday, Rebecca's top 10 of all time. Thursday, 1 week from tonight, Rebecca's after party with trivia. I'll have my
Oh no,
famous
not the trivia.
You versus Rebecca
No.
trivia for her list.
I don't even know my own name lately.
And then probably the next week, which should be the 20th, we may take that night off. But then the week after that, the 27th,
all bets are off, baby.
top 10 2022 games.
Let's go.
On the 27th, I think that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
My math is right. Right. So that is, Rebecca's list was crazy this year. We're going to talk about that at the after party. So come to the after party, you hear me talk about Rebecca's crazy list. Crazy list. You got to go watch if you haven't watched, you need to watch her list. It's crazy. There's stuff going up. There's stuff coming down. There's stuff that haven't been on the list for like 10 years that popping on our list. All sorts of craziness.
Wow.
I am completely discombobulated.
Well,
with your list.
That'll be exciting, man. I can't wait. Will Hunter get undiscombobulated? Stay tuned.
All right. So Tuesday, Rebecca's top 10
Let's
of
go.
all time.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Bye.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.